I really don't know how you're gonna get any better than this.
Hey there, Internet Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars with Keeve YouTube channel. Now today we're going to go over the MJJC Foam Cannon. This is version 2. So version 1, if you know, I had a previous video, was a foam cannon battle between the PF22.2 from MTM and the Pro. They sent me that Pro to go up against it, and it's a great foam cannon. I would consider it's in that elite group, like top 2, top 3. But they reached out again and said, hey, we've created a version 2, which you really can't tell the difference between version 1 and version 2. They all look the same, but there's better performance foam-wise. Everything works just a little bit better. So we're gonna go ahead and show you version 2, which is currently available on the website. It is what's being sold right now. So I'll have a link in the description below to check that out. It's a great gun for 60 bucks, and this is even better. I can see one difference physically, and I'll show you that in just a second. If you're liking this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and let's get to foaming. Version 1 is just a high quality foam gun. As you can see, it's got the brass and everything. It has a different nozzle than the majority of the units out there. It does use the M22 thread right here, which I really love. It's hand tight. You can get to that orifice nozzle really quick. Inside the gun, one good thing about this is it has the bigger neck as well, so it's easier to pour into. It has the hose with the weight at the bottom of it, so you're always in the liquid. The biggest gripes I had about it really overall was this knob up top. This knob is, it's not conforming to the hand. It doesn't feel good, especially when it's tight. You try to pull it, it actually will kind of, rip at your skin a little bit. The other problem I had here was the turn nozzle right here doesn't have any stepper notches or anything for it to stop when it's doing the fan spread this way or this way. So it just kind of keeps turning, and it's easier to turn to get it out of that fan spray that you want. The end, it creaks, you can hear it. It's good and all, but like I said, the PF22.2 has notches where the fan can kind of stay here and doesn't mess around. But this improves on that as well. Foam's great. Comparable foam, that nothing was better between the two. Really overall, just a great foam cannon. So that weight, that's the only downfall when you're trying to film. Clinks around. So this is version 2, and really the only thing physically you can see, let me come over here and show you. So right here under where you spread the pattern of your fan, whether it's vertical or horizontal, it's a plastic piece that's more like a nut shape with edges. The new one is all brass, as you can see. There's no notches in there. That allows it to turn a lot smoother, but also at the same time have plenty of strength and tension to where it doesn't turn when you don't want to. You see, I'm moving my hand and it's not turning until I put enough force to turn it, so it stays nice and neat. And on this piece right here, it turns so much easier, but it also has enough tension that it doesn't need the notches as much. It's just really nice. Like I said, that's it between the two physically. All I can go off is that the fact that they say that it has denser foam, it's easier to foam, the parts will last longer, all those kinds of things. Those are things that are performance-based and not really physical. So we're using a 1.25 millimeter orifice with both of these on the foam. We're actually gonna fill one of these up with a dilution ratio. We're gonna use the same bottle between both, and we're just gonna swap back and forth to make sure that we're unbiased between the two guns to see which one actually does, if one does perform better than the other. The reason I move into the 1.25 is because I got a new pressure washer, the VE52, which pushes out way more gallons per minute, and I don't want to stress the pump or draw too much electricity, especially in the garage here where I have multiple things going to the same outlet. I don't want to overdraw. All right, so we're just going to use a mixture between citrus foam and Gwash. We're just going to do 2 pumps each. That's 120 milliliters. I'll check it, but each pump of these is 30 milliliters. Then we're going to use a drinking water filtration that I use to fill my cat's water bowl. It has a meter actually that comes with it, so I'll leave a link for this below. This works really well. It's not distilled water, which I don't have right now, but it has this nice little spout at the bottom. And it is 0 parts per million water, so it's perfect for this. It allows it to help foam better. So I've been asked recently to do more close-ups with the foam because I tend to do the whole car from a distance. You really can't see the consistency of the foam. So we're going to do it this close, and that way we have the The driver's door will be version 1, and then the passenger door will be version 2. And then as we spray each door, we'll come back, I'll take the camera and then pan really close so you can see the difference. See, I got my mix, we got it worked up. I have the fan spread, you can see this way. I have the dial about a quarter of the way up towards the top to get a spread about that much. All right, version 1.
I really don't know how you're gonna get any better than this. I mean, that is nice and thick. As you can see, it is dwelling nicely off the edge. As you can see, it's not stuck to the surface. It is dwelling. It is working its way off.
All right, so here's version 2. I've mixed it up. Same jar, same dilution. I have sprayed a little bit off to the side to get all the air through the system, so it works just right. I have it set up to the fan. It's just the same. Obviously, this foam is going to wear off a little bit, so you can't do side by side as well, but you can definitely tell consistency when we zoom in real quick here in a minute.
Okay, so that's thicker for sure. You can tell by the texture that it's being shot at, that it's been shot almost like spray insulation. And down here you see it is still working off. The drip line is definitely thicker. You can see the difference between the two. How this is a little bit softer. This is piling a little bit higher because it's thicker.
So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to quickly spray the version 2 down first, quickly switch the top, and then spray the driver's side door down to see if we can get a better side-by-side comparison.
There's your side-by-side. Like I said, this is still thicker. It went on thicker, but the dwell times is pretty close, like I said.
All right, well, that's it for the comparison. The version 2 is slightly better. It does have better foam. The turn-down does turn smoother, like they said. There are more brass parts, so obviously it is going to last a little bit longer than having the plastic parts. Now, if you already have the version 1, I wouldn't suggest going to the version 2. The extra $60 for another foam cannon just really isn't worth, because the other one is actually really good itself. Now, if you need a second one, then this new version is a great one to go to, because if you don't want to pay the money for a PF22.2 like I use, which are almost $90, then this is definitely a better deal for you. Like I said, this is slowly becoming my favorite, but the PF22.2 still has my heart, the feel and everything of it. It just feels better, and a lot of times that's what it comes down to. But this is a great product. Like I said, they sent this to me, so I didn't pay for this, but I'm giving you my unbiased opinion. It's a great product. I really don't have any cons, other than this turn down at the top really does hurt your hands. It is not very smooth. But other than that, they've fixed all of the problems that I had with this. Not really problems, but you know, with the fan spread and everything, they've solved that with the smoother and everything. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget the link in the description below for these products, and I'll see you in the next video. So I've been asked in the past, so go ahead and like this video if you like. So go ahead and give this a like. So if you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe, like, and if you like this kind of content, go ahead and, oh my God. Now outside of that, all I can go off of. I mean, really overall, just a great. So right here,